This was posted by Larry Brock, who's the shadow minister for justice.
He could be our justice minister right now, save for the way people in the East vote.
Yes.
They took this from us.
Yeah. And so he's posted about this Guelph occurrence where an elderly woman was left unconscious and with life-threatening injuries after a brutal attack in downtown Guelph. So this is just outside of the GTA. And a man is now being charged with attempted murder. But I love that Gary Brock points out here, but Sean Fraser says that this isn't the Wild West, and yet our seniors are being targeted in broad daylight on our streets. And they don't believe that. And then, you know, I was looking up, as I said, you can literally just Google shooting stabbings in Toronto. There was one, I think it was the end of July, where a 14-year-old stabbed this elderly woman while trying, this was in Toronto, but he stabbed this elderly woman trying to steal her car, just like, because they had to go do some errands or something. I mean, these are 14-year-old kids. He says he didn't mean to kill the woman, but she did die. She succumbed to her injuries, and it was so aggressive that he killed, I think she was 71 or something like this. So, you know, again, these are textbook, like it's happening repeatedly over and over again. Same story, same thing. And the perps back out on the streets before you can even say boo. Yeah, here it is. The 14-year-old charged in fatal stabbing of a Toronto senior. And this poor woman was literally just out getting her groceries in the morning. This was like in the day, again, another daytime unprovoked elderly attack. This is so disturbing. And I never thought, you know, this would be the country or the province or the town that or city that I would be raising a family in. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we would be here today in 2025.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, I think, systemic cultural problems with this country right now, where we have old ladies being beaten in the streets, and we've got 14-year-olds beating old ladies in the street or stabbing old ladies. And if I recall correctly, that young man, sort of bragged about it. Like,
yeah, the thug.
I mean, there's something deeply wrong with the soul of this country, I think. Convince me it's not an existential battle between good and evil of the biblical sort happening on the ground in this country right now.
And there's another 12-year-old boy just last month who is charged with attempted murder in Markham. So again, in the GTA, 12 years old.
12 years old, facing attempted murder charge after shooting in Markham last month, police announced Wednesday.
And sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to finish the story here. York Regional Police found officers found a man with gunshot wounds after they responded to reports of the shooting at 5:20 in the afternoon. So broad daylight. The man was rushed to hospital with injuries that were not life-threatening. That's because the kid's a bad shot. At the time of the shooting, the 12-year-old boy, this I think was what you were going to say, from Toronto, was on release orders after being charged with unrelated violent offenses.
Same story.
Yeah. He can't be named under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, even though he's obviously a danger to the public. Why was he out? Like, you can hold these kids in a youth facility. They don't need to be out. Now a guy is shot, and by the skin of his teeth, he's not dead. The kid was arrested and charged with attempted murder, discharging a firearm with intent, possession of property obtained by a crime, possession of a firearm knowing its possession is unauthorized, and 2 counts of failing to comply with a release order. But again, I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I'm the problem. Me and my lawfully acquired firearms, we're the problem here, not the teen gangsters in Toronto.
And as I said, same story. Released on bail, repeated offender. History of offenses, history of criminality, history of violence. The one Welland story where I believe it was a 3-year-old
it's one of the worst
molested
things I've ever read.
in their bed sleeping at night.
Yeah.
And the girl, he, she, they, them, whatever it is that flavor of the day that he's identifying as now, had a prior offense of sexual assault on a minor in 2021. So just 4 years ago.
He got 12 months.
Was supposed to have 18 months, got out 6 months early, likely on good behavior, if you can say such a thing, and reoffends within what he was released in March. We're in last week of August, September. I mean, can we not all recognize the pattern that's happening here and take some finally decisive action to deal with this problem? It's repeat, same story, same pattern. Yeah, this doesn't seem like rocket science to me.
Right. And according to that police chief, if the dad walked in on the offending in that instance, he should just comply. As I said to Lise yesterday, I would rather be the dad who died defending his child than the dad who has to live with what happened to his child there and my child not be hurt. Like, I just can't even imagine the horrors that family is going through right now. And completely failed by the justice system. And if I am to believe Ron Chinzer on X, sounds like because this guy, Danny Seneca, has identified as transgender. And to be clear, he did identify before his offending, but I can't tell if it's before his offending, but after he got out of jail. It's sort of like he knew he was going back to jail, right? Because now, if I'm to believe what Ron Chinzer is reporting on X, and I feel like he's in the know, that because he has identified as transgender, now he's being held in jail in custody. He's in segregation, and because he's, according to Justin Trudeau's changes to the justice system, technically a female, and so women have to search him and handle him in the prison. So he gets to victimize the women who are working in, not the prison, excuse me, the jail now too. So just finally figured it out. Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, scroll down and you'll see the pronouns are she, her. There it is.
Oh, great.
Yeah, finally figured it out, but didn't figure out how to be just a normal law-abiding person that doesn't target sleeping toddlers. Like, that is the most horrendous, disturbing, disgusting thing. It's a parent's worst nightmare. And this family has to deal with and reel with the lifelong trauma of this event. And this guy, who knows, he'll be, by the looks of things, if he even gets sentenced, he'll be out in a year, maybe.
Couple of years,
if we're lucky.
Off to a women's prison where women are there with their babies.
Oh, well, he's Indigenous, Sheila, so he'd actually be going to a healing sweat lodge.
He's getting a sentencing circle. Just before we take a break, let's just touch on this. It's breaking within the last hour. It's from Manitoba. RCMP dealing with a mass casualty event at Hollow Water First Nation. 1 person is dead and 6 were taken to hospital after a mass stabbing. Okay, I was worried this was a shooting because that would mean another gun grab. And I hate that I have to think that way when people are being attacked, but it is just the way of the Liberal government. The attacker is also dead. So Manitoba RCMP said in a news release, our officers are gathering information to determine what exactly occurred this morning, and we will be providing a more detailed update early this afternoon, police said. A code orange alert was issued for the Winnipeg hospital. It means they've got lots coming. Shortly after receiving reports of a mass casualty event in Hollow Water, which is located about 200 kilometers northeast of Winnipeg. A code orange is when the hospital needs to prepare for a sudden influx of patients. It said they closed the road in both directions at Black River First Nation early this morning. So more to come. We don't really know what's happening there, but this is welcome to the new Canada.
Right. And I just wanted to point out, just to kind of button up the segment, that the Conservatives have launched a Defend Your Home initiative
Mm-hmm.
And so Polyev reposted the ridiculous comments by York Regional Police Chief. And he says, it's complete chaos. After 10 years of soft on crime liberals, Canadians should not be punished for defending their own family and home against violent intruders, and then calls on people to sign if they agree to Defend Your Home initiative. And basically says that Canadians deserve the right to defend their loved ones, their property, and themselves. He and the Conservatives will value your right to life and believe you deserve the right to defend yourself, and to sign up and stand up for that right to defend your home if you agree.
Yeah, Canadians deserve the right to not be re-victimized by the state after they've been victimized by the criminals whose crime spree has then been enabled by the state. Canada's just a mess, and it's fascinating to see how the Americans are just sort of shocked at the crappy advice the cops are giving us, and the fact that we're arresting people for defending themselves.
Well, I could go on and on, because there was that, I forget if it was a police chief or someone in the States last week who put a video out and was like, take a self-defense course, learn how to use your gun, be prepared, be ready, call police, but you have to take that initiative and prepare yourself in the event of a home invasion. And so like they're recommending, and I think the police were even, I'm not sure if we can pull that clip up, but I believe if I remember correctly, they were even hosting self-defense classes and telling people where they could take them so that they were prepared in the event of a home invasion. So just that contrast between what Canadian police are telling you, leave your key fobs at the front door, leave your door unlocked, just like welcome them in, have some hors d'oeuvres ready to go. And then in America, they're like, get ready, have some self-defense courses, know how to use a weapon, be prepared.
Can I tell you that I just want to show you a couple of things, and I know we're late for an ad break, but do you, and friends out there, if you don't, please do, because they are just, when I'm feeling down about the state of Canada, I go to Grady Judd's YouTube page. Grady Judd is the Polk County, Florida sheriff. And I love that guy so much. He's always he's the guy telling the citizens, get trained, we'll help you get trained. In Polk County, we encourage you to shoot the bad guys. And I'm like, yes. Also, you have scary things in the swamps there, so you should probably have a weapon with you. But Grady Judd says Americans are justified in using deadly force during a carjacking, which is, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, if a gangster is holding you up at gunpoint, I think, yeah, sure, shoot back. Let's see this. Look at Grady Judd. You know what? This is why we should elect sheriffs, because this guy, I think, would be sheriff for life in Alberta. Let's go.
Sheriff, you're not allowed to use deadly force for a property crime. Why do you say he would have been justified in killing him?
First off, he tried a carjacking with a lady. And then he was doing a burglary of a vehicle. And he was in the string of a group of felonies at the time. When you start trying to carjack somebody's car at a gas station, you're subject to get shot, and shot a lot.
Did he have a weapon?
She doesn't have to have a weapon, brother. You can carjack with just pure violence and force.
You don't think that's a dangerous message you're putting out?
That is an absolute correct message I'm putting out to Polk County citizens. You try to break into somebody's car and steal it while they're there with it, that's called armed carjacking.
Some attorneys would disagree with you, but you're the sheriff, so.
If you come to this county and if you use extreme violence to try to carjack somebody from their car, if you get shot, that's on you.
Sheriff, you're not allowed
to yeah, exactly.
I think is this the same one? No. Let's just show one more, just one more Grady Judd, so that we could go Grady Judd versus the York Regional Police Chief. More Grady Judd, please, in the world.
Listen, that's a bunch of hooey. That soft and cuddly feeling, we're going to hug a thug, and if we give them, another popsicle and an icy and a day out at the park, they're going to be good. Y'all need to wake up. These dudes are taking y'all for fools. These are hardcore, gangsters, gangbangers. They'll eat your ice cream on Saturday and shoot up the rivals on Saturday night.
Yeah, he knows who
what
the
a
bad
difference.
guys are. I love him.
I found the clip. It's only 26 seconds, so it's just a quick, easy one. But I found the clip. It comes from out of Florida, the Florida sheriff telling people not only like to actually shoot at home invaders, but that they encourage it and they offer free courses every other weekend. Listen to this.
Take me there.
Person, we don't know which homeowner shot at him. I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. So whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday. And if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money. Person, we don't know.
Boom. Save the taxpayers money.